What is up, guys? We are back. Thanks so much for tuning into a special edition of Any Action Sportscast. This is our first ever live breakdown for a card. A quick update on the show. If you're a regular viewer of our channel, we usually drop on Tuesdays. But the app I used to record our shows was like freaking out on me. So we just thought, you know what, let's go live on Friday. And, here we are. Before we get into UFC Vegas 59, let's quickly recap our bets at UFC 277. We went 2 and 3 on our bets for positive 1.95 units. We had 3 bets lost, but they were more like sprinkles on props. We had a half unit shot on Moreno to win via decision. That lost. We had a half unit shot on Kim to win via decision, and that lost. But then we had a quarter unit for Adam Fugit to win, and that lost. I want to give a shout out to Adam Fugit, man. He's got that dog in him for sure. Hope he gets another fight in the UFC. He's definitely UFC level. But with that, guys, let's get right into this card. We have UFC Vegas 59, Santos versus Hill. The first fight of the night is going to be a women's bantamweight fight. But before we do that, guys, I got a cheers. I got some Stella. All right, guys, first fight of the night, we have MAYRA Bueno Silva taking on Stephanie Egger. The line currently sits Stephanie Egger, the favorite now, minus 135, and Bueno Silva, the underdog, plus 105. Egger comes in at 7-2. Silva is 8-2-1. In the last 5 fights, Silva is 2-2-1, while Egger is 4-1. This is essentially a striker versus grappler fight, although with Silva being the striker here. But she does have good grappling, guys. She has 8 professional wins, and 5 of them are via first-round submission. But I don't think that she's going to be seeking the takedown here, as in all of her professional UFC fights, she has shot 1 takedown. Where Stephanie here, she doesn't have the striking that Silva does. Silva's going to be able to have a striking advantage here, in my opinion. But that comes down to her volume. She throws almost 3 more significant strikes per minute than Egger does. So where her power, she might have a power advantage, but not that much, in my opinion. She will have the volume advantage. She will be the one going forward and striking. But that leads me to wonder, how is Egger going to get this fight to the ground? Obviously, she's a world-class judo player, European champion in judo. She has elite judo tosses. And I just find that if Silva finds herself in the clinch, she's going to get taken down or, get some damage put on her. At any point, Egger puts this on the cage, in that small apex cage, I have a feeling she's going to be able to get her down pretty easily. Silva's lost minutes on the ground to lesser grapplers than Egger. And so I do like Egger here. I was surprised to see Egger open the underdog around plus 140, plus 145 area. And if you got that plus money, man, that's a great bet. I do like Egger to win. I like her to win a decision. So yeah, give me Stephanie Egger via decision. Fight starts round 3 is probably a super safe parlay piece. I think I saw that at minus 330. Might want to take a look at that because I don't think either girl's going to finish. And up next, we have another women's fight. We have a women's strawweight fight between CORY McKenna and Miranda Granger. Now, McKenna comes in as the favorite at minus 230. Miranda Granger, the underdog, plus 190. McKenna is 6-2. Granger is 7-2. In the last 5 fights, McKenna is 4-1, while Granger is 3-2. Now, first things first, guys. I don't understand how McKenna can be minus 230 over anybody in the UFC, over any human on the roster. I don't understand. First of all, she has a 4-inch height disadvantage and a 10-inch reach disadvantage. Now, I understand that Granger hasn't fought in almost 2 years now. She gave birth to a new baby, and I think it's been 18 months now she hasn't fought. But, guys, I don't care if she gave birth to triplets. McKenna should not be minus 230. She's super undersized here, and Granger's not a scrub. She's not, horrifically bad. We just saw McKenna not be able to use an obvious game plan to get a victory against Elise Reed. She didn't grapple all fight until the 3rd round, which was the only round that she won. That just shows elite level low IQ, not elite and good, and elite as in bad. Just no way, bro. I'm not going to lay minus 230 on an undersized fighter that just showed that she couldn't stick to an obvious game plan to win a fight. Just like this fight, she's going to be able to get Granger down. Granger comes in with I think takedown percent around 44%. That's not good at all. That's terrible. But the 2 fights before this, I think they both beat that she lost to. I think they both beat McKenna. Lemos would crush McKenna. So give me Miranda Granger, man. I think that if she keeps us on the feet, if McKenna, 1, decides not to go for the takedowns again, 2, can't get him down or struggles to get him down, I think she could be in trouble here. Give me the fighter with the longer reach. And another thing, I usually don't get to see the weigh-ins when I put out my videos, but obviously today's being Friday, I got to see the weigh-ins, and McKenna looked good, man. She looked filled out, and I'm really liking Granger here. Granger looked filled out and nice and tall after that long layoff. All that time off, I think it's going to help her here. Give me Granger via decision for the upset. After that, we have a men's welterweight fight. Jason Witt versus Josh Quinlan. Now, Jason Witt comes in as an underdog at plus 200, and Josh making his UFC debut, the favorite, at minus 250. Now, Jason Witt comes in at 19-8. Josh only 5-0. Jason Witt is 2-3 in his last 5 fights, all 3 of them via not getting knocked out, all those losses. And Jason Witt's obviously 5-0 in his last 5 fights, undefeated. Now, guys, this is a super, super wide blind for someone making their UFC debut. Not to mention, he won off Dana White Contender Series and then immediately popped for steroids. This guy's a crusher. If you look at his record, dude, for round 1, round 3, round 1, round 2. He's only been in the round 3 twice in his career, whether it be amateur or pro. And, guys, he's finished every single fight. He's never won a decision ever. But, dude, he got caught for steroids. And like I said, I got to see the weigh-ins this time before putting out my video. He didn't look that good, or as good as he did on the Dana White Contender Series. I was actually surprised to see that they still signed him after he got popped. But, you know, they give him a shot here. And these are all red flags. The fact that he has a huge experience disadvantage. The fact that he got caught with steroids and now he looks way different. And the fact that he's unproven, 5-0. Guys, but the thing is, he's fighting Jason Witt, dude. Jason Witt can get knocked out by anybody. He has a glass shin. His shin is compromised, and it's gone. He's a good wrestler, man. He could definitely get this fight to the ground. If you watch that Bryan Barberena fight, it's not like he can, like, if for some reason, like, he can eat Josh's best punch, he can wrestle here. But I don't think it's going to happen. I think Josh is going to find that chin. I would love to fade Josh here, but he's fighting the one guy in the UFC that I think has literally the number 1 worst chin in the obviously league, but in the promotion. Man, I think that if Josh just stuffs the takedowns, he's going to find that chin, man, whether it be round 1 or round 2. I think that he's going to end this fight. Also, Jason Witt did not look that good on the scales. He looked kind of bad. And plus, he's almost 36 years old. He's 35 years old, you know, getting close to being 36-year-old welterweight, fighting a guy that's killing everybody. But like I said, Josh has never won a decision. So it'll be interesting to see if this fight gets extended. Give me Josh to KO Witt in round 2. It's sick, dude. I got my notes on paper this week. I usually have them on like a tablet or something. After that, we have our first fight that I'll be betting on. We have a welterweight fight between Takashi Sato and Bryan Battle. Takashi Sato comes in as an underdog plus 230, and Bryan Battle the favorite at minus 275. Takashi Sato 16-5. Bryan Battle 7-0. In Sato's last 5 fights, he is 2-3, and in Battle's last 5 fights, he's 5-0. Now, obviously, the first thing I gotta tell you guys, because it's funny, I don't know who watches my videos, whether it be like casuals who don't watch any MMA that just know me, Effie, and want to see my videos, or if you're like a diehard MMA fan, like a handicapper that really knows your stuff, if you know like every little thing about these guys. I don't know how much into detail I should get with these videos, but first thing I gotta tell you guys out there, this is Bryan Battle's debut at 170. He's cutting down to 170, and he was kind of small for the division above last time, middleweight. So I'm actually kind of happy to see him make this weight cut. But, dude, he looked bad on the scales. I will say, I don't want to put too much into the scales because, guys, like, it's a weight cut. Everyone's going to have a tough weight cut. Cutting weight is one of the worst things you can do to your body. You're going to look like crap. I don't care who you are. But it is something, you know, worth saying that he's making his debut in this weight class. He has never fought in this weight class before. Takashi Sato has a huge experience advantage here. He's fought in the UFC longer. He's fought in higher level fighters in the UFC. But I really do think that Bryan Battle is going to win a decision here. And I did take a bet on this. I took Bryan Battle via decision at plus 115. Now, he has a clear grappling advantage here. If you look at the way Sato loses, he loses via submission a lot. Bilal Muhammad submitted him. Baeza submitted him. Gunnar Nelson had his back for pretty much 15 minutes and couldn't submit him. But so that worries me. Yeah. So if I'm Bryan Battle, you really would think, oh, I want to get this fight to the ground. But Battle loves to, you know, keep fights standing, and he does have a good volume. He does have enough volume to, you know, point fight here, but he's hittable, man. And Takashi Sato has power, so I don't want to see him, you know, peppering, sticking that jab out here to start this fight, or really at any point in this fight. I want him to try to get this fight down because I do think that he's going to be able to win minutes there and control Sato on the ground. I am kind of worried that he's going to be able to find a submission on the ground, which is very likely in my opinion, because, guys, he was controlling people like Petrovsky. Petrovsky, I think his name is. Dude, that guy's a way better grappler than Sato. Like, no way. Not even close. And for him to win minutes on the ground the way he did against him was pretty wild. I was pretty impressed. And yeah, so if you have a clear advantage on the ground here, it leads me to believe that it's going to be a lot of time on the ground. And with that much time, I'm worried that he could get submission. That's why this is not a full unit bet, it's a half unit bet. Because betting method to victory is scary, man. Ever since I bet Francis Ngannou over Gon via KO and he won via decision, I've been scarred, bro. Like, I'm worried to go a full one whole unit on these types of bets. But give me Bryan Battle to get this fight on the ground and win a decision. After that, we have a super exciting fight, a quick one in my opinion. We have a lightweight fight between Terrence McKinney and ERICK Gonzalez. Now, Terrence McKinney is minus 900. ERICK Gonzalez is plus 600, which is absolutely crazy. Terrence McKinney comes in at 12-4. ERICK Gonzalez at 14-6. In McKinney's last 5 fights, he is 4-1. ERICK Gonzalez is 3-2. First things first, like immediately that sticks out is that line, minus 900. You're kidding me. Like, this is MMA. Anything can happen. ERICK Gonzalez is not a bum. Yes, he did get knocked out by Jim Miller, and Jim Miller is ancient at this point in his career. But that's the only time he's been finished, guys. In 20 professional career fights and in 6 amateur fights, he's been knocked out one time. And that was on a short notice fight to make his UFC debut against Jim Miller, a UFC future Hall of Famer. So I'm not just coming in here thinking, oh, it's going to be the first exchange just like against Matt Fravoli is going to knock him out. Which if he does, man, hats off to McKinney because the guy's a beast for sure. But I do think that people are kind of overlooking Gonzalez here a little bit. So I'm more interested on the total. Like, does McKinney finish this in 1.5 rounds or less? I think he does because he's never been. I think he's been in the third round no times. Never. I think he's been in the second round twice out of 16 professional fights. Only twice he's been in the second round. Whether he's getting finished or he's finishing the other guy, he goes all out. He's a front runner. This guy's trying to get the fight done early. And I will say, I have a hunch that he's going to try to get this guy down and submit him. I have a feeling that Terrence McKinney wants to fight later in the year, maybe on that Madison Square Garden card that just got announced, or that headline with Izzy and Alex Pereira. I really do think that he's going to try to make this quick with no damage. And in my opinion, the best way to do that is to get this guy down and finish him on the ground. McKinney does have legit grappling, and I do think he's going to find a finish. So whether it be in the second round or the first round, I do not see this fight starting round 3. Man, I really kind of lean the under, but I was just saying how much people are overlooking ERICK. So let me finish one time, guys. But dude, I think Terrence McKinney is just different. I think he has that touch. He's super long, super powerful, super fast. That even it's one of those fights where even in his last loss, McKinney just lost against Dober, his like stock improved, kind of like Adam Fugit. So give me Terrence McKinney, the young kid, man. The kid's legit, in my opinion. Watch out for him. He's gonna make waves, and he's only getting better. He's super young, man. Terrence McKinney, round 1 submission is my pick. After that, man, we have the GOAT fighting. MICHAL OLEKSIEJCZUK versus Sam Alvey. Now, OLEKSIEJCZUK comes in at minus 600 and Sam Alvey at plus 425. OLEKSIEJCZUK is 16-5 and Sam Alvey is 33-17-1, guys. 41 professional fights. Or no, 51 professional fights. What the hell am I talking about? Yeah, my paper's getting blown in the wind by my fan. But yeah, guys. Whoa, this is a setup fight. This is dirty by Dana White. Sam Alvey, first of all, well, in their last 5 fights, OLEKSIEJCZUK's actually 2-3 in his last 5. He lost to Dustin Jacoby in his last fight. In my opinion, it was a huge red flag. Jacoby beat him with one working leg. I think that Jacoby had some sort of knee injury that didn't allow him to use one of his legs, and he's a kickboxer, for Christ's sake. Like, he's going to try to kick. And to lose to a guy that only had 3 limbs is not a good look. After that, he immediately drops weight class. But to his credit, OLEKSIEJCZUK, he was small for the division, you know. So I'm happy to see him go down. He made the weight cut clean, didn't have any issue. Sam Alvey, on the other hand, did have a hard weight cut. He tweeted, hardest weight cut of my life, but I made it on my second attempt, which he did. First time he goes out there, he doesn't make weight. He misses by a pound, I think. And he comes back and uses the towel thing and makes weight. Dude, that's super red flag city right there. Forget his last 5 fights, guys. In his last 8 fights, he hasn't won. He's 0-7-1. A full global pandemic started and then ended, and he still hasn't won a fight. This is crazy. Like, I am baffled that he's in the UFC. It's like a joke. Everyone knows, like, why is Sam Alvey in the UFC? Every time they cut fighters, it's like a roster cut, and never Sam Alvey. It's just ridiculous. They're giving the guy a last fight. You know, they're probably going to cut him whether he wins or loses. And it's a setup fight, dude. OLEKSIEJCZUK is going to knock this guy out in 2 rounds. I have absolutely zero faith that Sam Alvey is going to make it past 10 minutes, whether it be getting knocked out earlier. Like I said, in that second round, I don't think it goes to the third round, dude. Sam Alvey has 1 foot out the door, could barely make weight. It's tweeting out that it's the toughest weight cut in his 51st professional fight. Well, what are we doing? So, yeah, give me OLEKSIEJCZUK round 1 KO. It's not a hot take at all. It's probably minus money, honestly. Get a new beer here soon. After that, actually, hold on. Bro, my piece is so dirty. It's ridiculous. But up next, we have ARIANE Lipski taking on PRISCILA CACHOEIRA. Now, Lipski comes in as a favorite at minus 175, and PRISCILA CACHOEIRA, the underdog, at plus 145. Lipski is 14-7. CACHOEIRA is 11-4. In the last 5 fights, Lipski is 3-2, and CACHOEIRA is also 3-2. Now, guys, I am picking the underdog. I am all over CACHOEIRA here. And I picked CACHOEIRA before she Lipski missed weight today, which she did. CACHOEIRA is going to get 20% of her purse. Sorry, guys, I'm burping. And I think that she's going to win this fight. Okay. The line is wide. The line's wide, and I think that's because people think that Lipski is going to be able to jab and strike CACHOEIRA's face off. CACHOEIRA has absolutely terrible striking stats. She gets outstruck in every fight. Every opponent puts more on her than she puts on them. But the thing is, when she lands, they land good, man. I guess you can kind of justify it as like she makes her strikes count. Like when she does get them, she makes them count. Dude, not for nothing, Lipski is super hot, and she's going to wear damage pretty bad. In the striking exchanges, I expect Lipski to have more volume, to be the one pressing forward. But I think that as the fight goes, CACHOEIRA is going to be able to add on, dude. In that first round, put it this way, I think that Lipski is going to win the first round and then lose the second and third. I think that CACHOEIRA has fought tougher fighters, fought better fighters. And this is going to be a striking exchange, guys. In 14 UFC fights, they've shot a total of 8 takedowns combined. Lipski's a striker, and so is CACHOEIRA, man. This is going to be a striking battle where I think it's 50-50, and give me at those odds, bro, no way. And regardless of the odds either, I would have picked CACHOEIRA without looking at the odds. Like, I'm not impressed by Lipski at all, man. She's kind of a bust of a prospect. She came from, I think it was K1 or something. Not impressed, bro. Not impressed at all. Give me CACHOEIRA, dude. Like 100%. And after that, we have a heavyweight fight, guys. Augusto Sakai taking on Sergey Spivak. And on the line currently sits Augusto Sakai plus 235, the underdog, and Sergey Spivak, the favorite, minus 275. Spivak comes in at 14-3, Sakai 15-4-1. Now in the last 5 fights, Sakai is 2-3, with all 3 of those being knockouts, and Sergey is 4-1. Now, this is a pretty obvious fight to break down, in my opinion. Sergey has to get this fight to the ground. If he doesn't, he's going to get knocked out, or he actually has a good chance to get knocked out. On the feet, there's just absolutely no reason to extend this on the feet. You need to get this fight down, and we're betting on a guy here to stick to an obvious game plan. I hate doing this because who knows what he's going to do out there. Like, you never want to bet on the fighter, like, let's say a wrestler that gets in love with the striking. No way. I hate that. But, dude, I think that one takedown will be all it takes by Spivak. Spivak is getting better. He is a younger fighter here. And I think that people are sort of overlooking Sakai. I mean, guys, I parlayed Spivak. We'll get to that in a second. But, I mean, the line ballooned. I got Spivak at minus 225. He's minus 275 now. But, man, Sakai, when he lost the last 3 fights. He kind of went on a skid here. Overeem, Tuivasa, and Rozenstruik. All 3 of those guys, 1,000,000,000% have more power than Spivak. Way better striking, way more threats. And it's just they're not really comparable to the way Spivak fights. Spivak's still young, and he is getting better, man. He's had a good cap at Extreme Couture. I'm going with the polar bear here. I think that he's going to be able to get the fight along the cage and then to get this fight down and then finish him. But I am worried, man. If he doesn't, I totally expect Sakai to make it greasy, man. The way he's a good, striker, has nice clean strikes. And like I said, guys, all those 3 guys that finished him are way better strikers than Spivak. That's not Spivak. For Christ's sake, Greg Hardy was landing on Spivak. Greg Hardy, don't even start on Greg Hardy. But yeah, Spivak via submission, round 2. And he is a parlay piece, parlayed with another guy that we'll talk about later at minus 225. He's part of a 2-leg parlay. So we'll get to the other leg here in a second. But yeah, the pick is Spivak via submission, round 2. Now after that, guys, we have the Ultimate Fighter finale for the flyweight women's division. We have Juliana Miller taking on Brogan Walker. Miller comes in as a favorite, minus 125, and Brogan Walker, the underdog, plus 105. Hold on. So yeah, I'm all over Walker here. Their records, Juliana Miller is 2-1. Walker is 7-2. 3-2 in her last 5 fights. Okay, if Miller cannot get this fight down, she's gonna lose. She is a bigger fighter here. She's a younger fighter here, but Walker has fought better fighters, lost to better fighters, beaten better fighters, and has more experience, guys. And I think that's a huge thing in women's MMA. She's a more developed, mature woman, whereas Miller, she's still improving every fight to fight. She actually lost to the girl that she beat in that first round of the Ultimate Fighter, right before the Ultimate Fighter. And so, you know, so in my opinion, that kind of shows that she's getting better. She fought the same person that she just lost to, that goes into the Ultimate Fighter and wins. But then that second girl she bought, not very good. I forget her name, but she, dude, not impressive at all. Whereas Walker, you know, beat Miranda Maverick when Miranda Maverick was like 18 years old or something, 21 years old, and you know, which is a good win, especially considering what Maverick's doing right now. And then she shared cage time with Pro Gonzalez and Blanchfield. Dude, Blanchfield and Pro Gonzalez would absolutely destroy Miller. Miller's a good BJJ practitioner. She has good grappling and she can get control time on the mat. But I think that Walker's a black belt in her own right, and she's not going to get like thrown around in the cage here at all. I think that she's going to be able to defend Miller's takedowns, as Miller has not really shown to have good entries at all, and or takedown finishing ability at all. And I really do think that Walker's be able to keep this fight on the feet and win the standing battle. And I wouldn't be surprised to see her reverse positions if it does get to the ground. So give me the more experienced, older fighter here. I got Walker via decision. Oh, she is a parlay piece. She's a parlay piece, a two-legger. Oh, shit, we got Steven in the chat, bro. What up, bro? Where you at? The homie Steven says, what up, Effie, dude? Not much, bro. I'm sitting here getting close. I think we're at the main card at this point. Drinking some Stella, you know. But yeah, so the next fight we're gonna talk about. Oh shit, he says, "Let's make the bread. Yeah, let's make some bread this week, guys. Yeah, hell yeah, guys. We won money 6 weeks in a row. We're looking to make it 7. This is actually pretty bizarre. Like, even I didn't think I would get this far. Like, on the winning streak. Like, I'm not ashamed to say I'm getting straight up lucky on some of these. Like, bro, I had Curtis Blades and Yair Rodriguez. I was on the right side of 2 guys on freak injuries. Like, are you serious? Like, the luck is rolling, bro, for me right now. He says, just letting it back in UT for fantasy draft tomorrow. Damn, hell yeah, bro. That's early. Who you got? Who you locks? Hit me up. I need some tips. Up next, guys, we have a heavyweight fight, the ultimate finale fight, finale for the heavyweight division. We have Mohammed Usman taking on Zach Pauga. Now, Pauga is minus 275 now, whereas Mohammed Usman is plus 230. Mohammed Usman is 7-2. Zach is 5-0, undefeated. In Usman's last 5 fights, he is 4-1, whereas Zach is 5-0. This is a pretty cut and dry fight, guys. They're both 205ers. They're not heavyweights. Both these guys, in my opinion, if they do advance to the UFC, are going to be fighting in the light heavyweight division. So it's kind of funny to see that this is the heavyweight finale. Like, they want to boost the heavyweight division and get new fighters in there, and they're getting 205ers. It was funny, man. I don't know if you guys saw Zach Pauga's media day interview. He even said, like, hey, when I talk about being the future UFC champion, I'm talking about 205. I'm not talking about, like, 220. I'm not talking about heavyweight. I was like, holy crap, that's crazy you saying that. But, yeah, these guys used to be training partners. They were on the same team during the season. And even before that, they trained together. But, guys, Muhammad is not good. That's what it comes down to. Like, guys, I don't care. Like, he is not very good. Like, he has not hit on one thing to impress me. I remember he fought what's this guy's name? What's his name? Brandon Sales. Brandon Sales in PFL. I cannot get that fight out of my head. It was actually funny, man. Today I was at work, and I get flagged down by one of my coworkers, and he asked me, like, hey, what do you think about this fight? And I'm like, oh, I got Zach. I actually have him on a parlay. He goes, oh, yeah, he's fighting that Usman guy, right? And I was like, yeah, Muhammad Kamaru's brother. And this guy, like, doesn't know much about MMA. And he's Hawaiian. He goes, oh, yeah. He fought my homie. He fought my friend. I was like, Muhammad? He said, yeah. I was like, who? He goes, Sales in the PFL. I was like, bro, in the PFL? And he goes, yeah. I was like, what the hell? I was like, how you know Sales? He goes, they're from the same part of Hawaii. And like, this is homie and shit. I was like, what the that's crazy. And I told him, I was like, that's good. Because, well, that's good for your homie because I'm picking Zach too. I think Zach's going to beat Usman as well. So shout out to Brandon Sales and shout out to Hawaii. Shout out to my Hawaiian homies. That was random. I was like, oh, that's pretty weird. But yeah, Usman's not very good, guys. If you watch that PFL fight, like I remember tuning into that fight, I'm like, okay, like supposed to be his brother, like he's huge. Let's see what he's about. And he's not good. Terrible, actually, like very bad. And he just doesn't do anything good. He's big, he's fast, he has power or whatever, but he doesn't have good grappling, doesn't have stamina, doesn't have fight IQ. Whereas Zach, he does have everything of those. He has a good camp, has good training partners with Curtis Blades. I just think he's going to win this fight fairly easily, man. But we'll say he's 5-0 as a light heavyweight, and he has 4 decision wins. He lacks finishing ability here, but I think Muhammad's going to give it to him by gashing out. I cannot be more. I guess you could say, I don't say negative, but like not on the train. I would short Muhammad Usman's stock. If I could short the stock market on him, I would short the stock market on him. And if he wins via knockout, dude, feel free to come back and clip this. That'd be hilarious. But Zach Pauga is gonna complete a 2-leg parlay at minus 250. I took him at minus 250. He's minus 275 now with Brogan Walker. So the ultimate finales, I have Brogan Walker and Zach Pauga to win those contracts. I gotta go to the gym. I'm getting caught mouth, bro. After that, we have Vicente Luque taking on Jeff Neal. It's a welterweight fight. The line currently sits Vicente Luque minus 180 and Jeff Neal plus 155. Vicente Luque is 21-8-1, where Jeff Neal is 14-4. In their last 5 fights, Vicente Luque is 4-1 with the only loss coming to Bilal Muhammad in his last loss, or last fight, I should say. Whereas Jeff Neal is 3-2, coming off a pretty close win against Santiago Ponzinibbio. Now, guys, I have a strange, not strange, but like I have a particular way of approaching this fight. Well, first of all, I think my pick is Jeff Neal. I'm picking Jeff Neal to win this fight, but more than that, I'm picking him to win via decision, and more than that, I'm betting him to win via decision because, guys, Luque has never been finished in 18 UFC fights. Jeff Neal has never been finished in 9 UFC fights. Fight doesn't go the distance is minus 140. That's 60% probability. So if the books are telling you that the fight does go the distance 40%, which is, you know, the opposite, minus 140 is opposite 40%, then in a fight that I think, in my opinion, is more close to a pick'em 50-50, maybe a 55-45 level or where the other way, Luque side, I do think Luque should be the favorite. Man, it's close. And so if you're going to give me plus 400 on Jeff Neal to win via decision, I'm taking it, guys. I get it. He's like, he can finish fights. The guy is a powerful striker. And if he does decide to let his hands go for once, or lately, I guess you could say, he hasn't done it lately, then, dude, let's go. Like, he could definitely win a decision. Like, I am shocked that he's plus 400 to win via decision. I don't understand. I don't understand how you can justify that line. Even Luque via decision was like plus 220. That's insane too to me. Guys, Jeff Neal's never been finished. And for as much as people want to say that Luque has like grappling advantage, which I do think he does. Actually, I know he does. I won't say think. He definitely has a grappling advantage. He shot 1 takedown in the last like 5 years. Like, bro, like if he gets in grappling advantage, it's because he's getting taken down. We have Steve Daddy says you're out of your mind if Luque is gonna chin Neal. Exactly, bro. So like, I don't understand. Like Jeff Neal to win, or even dude, even if you're out there and you think Luque can win a decision, and dude, it's plus like 220, and Neal's never been finished. If you think Neal's gonna win, Luque has never been finished. I don't understand these odds. Can someone justify? Bro, I'm like going crazy right now. Jeff Neal plus 400 via decision. I couldn't believe it. Luque is good, bro. Though, like I actually bet Luque versus Bilal, and back in the day, I used to have a co-producer on my show, and he picked Bilal, and I was like, damn man, he really let me down. He got taken down, but Jeff Neal's not going to spam takedowns like that, or at least at the level of Bilal did. But I will say this is Jeff Neal's southpaw, and Luque is orthodox, and that takes away one of Luque's best attributes. This is like calf kick, his leg kick. He loves throwing those leg kicks out. When you're southpaw against a righty like that, you can check him way easier. And so, I'm interested to see how they're going to process fight striking. I do think that's going to be a striking battle, which, man, they're not chinny. Neither guy is chinny. They're not going to get, like, just flatline knocked out. It's going to be a hard, tough fight, war. Like, this is the fight that I'm looking forward to most, the whole card, 100%. I think that you can say that about many MMA fans. Man, dude, give me Jeff Neal via decision. Like, plus 400 is insane. We got Steve Daddy saying, great fighter regardless. Hope Neal comes out to scrap, and Luque always does. So hope we get a treat. Exactly, bro. Like, Luque and who else? Dober. Drew Dober, Luque, McKinney. Like, lately, these guys are exciting, bro. Like, you're never going to see people boo Luque. Like, wow. But, dude, Jeff Neal, man, I'm worried Jeff Neal gets that Tyron Woodley syndrome, the frozen one. Like, his lack of volume does kind of worry me. And that's why it's a half unit bet. I took a half unit at plus 400, man. I had to sprinkle on that. It's not a full unit, but my unit's a $40, so that's $20. But like, I just don't see how this can't be a good fight. It's gonna be fight of the night, and if it ends like early, then I'll be shocked, man. I'll eat crow the next week. But this is gonna be a banger, dude. Don't miss this. Make sure you guys get to your TV. I think that's about it on that file. I'm trying to think if I missed anything. Oh yeah, Jeff Neal's heart condition thing. He had some sort of heart disease, and since like he's on, I guess you could say, road to recovery. He got a DUI in the last camp though, which I actually bet on Santiago because of that. That was like the one thing that pushed me over the edge. I thought it was 50-50. I was like, oh man, this guy's getting DUIs during camp. Like, where are we at? He's having this heart problem, close fight. He ends up winning a decision. I was like, damn, I got burned on that. But the more time that's passed since that surgery, since all that like has happened, I do think that he's gonna look better. So yeah, hopefully Jeff Neal comes out looking good and not Tyron Woodley like Frozen One style. Which brings us to the main event. Hell yeah. We have Jamal Hill taking on Thiago Santos. Line currently sits, damn, Jamal Hill minus 300 now, and Thiago Santos plus 240. Jamal Hill is 11-1, and Thiago Santos is 22-10. In his last 5 fights, he is 1-4, where Jamal Hill is 4-1. Only loss being a not freak, but a submission to Paul Craig. Quick disclosure to everyone out there: if you don't know, if you haven't seen that fight, go watch that fight, dude. Jamal Hill doesn't even tap. He gets his arm straight, like busted up, broken, and he doesn't tap, dude. That guy, you want to talk about, like, I always talk about it. Like, you want to talk about a fighter that's got that dog in him? Jamal Hill's got that dog in him, like 100%. But in my opinion, this is a fight of 2 fighters going in completely opposite directions in their career. Jamal Hill, in my opinion, is going to be fighting for a belt here, either not his next fight, but the fight after if he wins. He's aspiring to be a title contender 100% with a win here, especially. Whereas Santos is 1-4 in his last 5 fights. He's 38 years old, guys, and he has had 2 major reconstructive knee surgeries. He's an explosive striker that relies on his striking to win fights, where he has bad knees, guys. I don't understand how Jamal Hill doesn't finish Thiago unless Thiago can just take Jamal's best shot and keep going forward for 5 rounds. Or it's just one of those boring fights, which 100% will not be, because I know Jamal Hill is going to come out and try to win this fight early, or at least put the work on Santos. But the lack of explosiveness, the lack of speed, it's all deteriorating for Santos. He hasn't been the same since the John Jones fights, more so since the surgeries. And I mean, guys, I'm not gonna, like, I don't want to just crap on the guy. I will say he did drop Ankalaev in his last fight in the second round. He did hurt Teixeira. So his power, I guess you could say, is there still. And Jamal Hill does leave himself to get countered. If you look at the Johnny Walker KO, where he makes him look like the guys outside of a car dealership, he actually gets kind of hit on that punch. Like, he just lands first, I guess you could say. If you watch that, he kind of like gets taken aback, and then, you know, whatever, like, goes in and gets stopped. But Jamal Hill, dude, this kid's legit. He's going to be, I think the age gap 7 years, dude. He's 7 years younger than Thiago Santos. Like I said, they're going in completely different directions. He's going to finish this guy, man. I really do think he's going to finish this guy, because Thiago Santos really relied on a lot early in his career on leg kicks, and, you know, utilizing them in his, you know, with the body kicks, leg kicks, head kicks. He doesn't throw them as much because he has bad knees. And I don't think that, like, when you fight Jamal Hill, you want to take him down. Thiago Santos, I don't think he's going to be out there shooting multiple takedowns over. He's not going to tire himself out. Plus, he has bad knees, guys. The small case, the lack of mobility, dude. The one thing I don't want to happen for Jamal Hill is to get countered here in a wild exchange, to be over aggressive and not be able to handle the lights. But I think this is gonna be a perfect step up fight. He's gonna get past Thiago Santos, and I think he's gonna make it look fairly easy, man. Hill has never landed one single takedown in the UFC, so you know it's gonna be a striking battle. Yeah, that's about all I got for this fight. Give me Jamal Hill via second round knockout. I think he's going to knock out Santos in the second round. He's going to put some damage on him in the first and get him out of there in the second. Now, there's a chance that Santos at this point is just collecting a check. He got paid pretty handsomely to make weight. He has a pretty good contract at this point, and he has a kid. He's got a newborn baby at the house, man, just like Granger. So I wouldn't be surprised if he just mails us in and gets knocked out. The guy's tough, though. I mean, he is, I won't say legend, but, like, I feel like everyone uses that word a lot. But he's good, man. Like, no disrespect to the guy. You know, hats off to you, great career. But, like, just, man, like, this is Jamal Hill's time. This is really what it comes down to. Like, this is his time. Like, when Fiziev fought RDA, I thought I was going to finish him, bro, because that's his time. I'm getting the same type of feeling here. We have Steve Daddy say, I honestly had Santos by TKO after he counters Hill. Hill will push the pace, unlike Santos' few opponents, so I think he will have no choice to throw down, and his chin has held at 205. Dude, exactly, 100%. I agree. I can see that. I can see that for sure. The last opponents that he fought, bro, like, dude, Ankalaev especially. A lot of people want to crap on Ankalaev, but I kind of like that he got that 5-round experience against Santos. I mean, fuck, he got dropped, but I didn't like that. But yeah, you're right. Hill is more aggressive, and he is going to be the one pressing forward in the small cage. And dude, the counter ability is there. The chance of getting countered is there 100%. But dude, well, what we always say, it's his time. There's not much more I can say than it's his time. He's not going to get countered. He's going to be smart. I think he understands the moment here, and yeah, he's faster. Yeah, at this point, man, he has to be faster. There's no way he's going to be slower than Santos. If Santos is out here just beats the crap out of us, I'll be stunned, man. I'll be legit stunned. So with that, let's go over my bets, my official bets for this week. We have 2 parlays and we have 2 props. We don't have one single straight bet. It's weird. This is actually the way opposite of how I bet usually. I usually stick to more money line bets or over unders. But yeah, some cards they make you bet a certain way. Like I said, guys, we've won money 6 weeks in a row. The pressure's on now, guys. This is, I do this because I'm a fan. And I do think that I know a little bit something about the gambling world, but it's kind of funny that I do 7 weeks, man. I didn't think that I was ever going to get this far. Because I know, as a gambler, you're going to lose 40% of the time. So I understand it's going to regress to the mean, and I'm just waiting. Fuck, man, I've never gotten reverse swept. I've never lost all my bets in a week, and I know it's coming. I can feel it, but not this week. Fuck that. Positive vibes only. So the first bets. Let's go for it. The parlay we have is a 2-leg parlay. We have Jamal Hill and Sergey Spivak. We got pretty good odds on these guys. I think I got Jamal Hill at -275 and Spivak -225. Parlay those guys for 1.03 units to win 1 unit. That came out to slightly under even odds. But yeah, I love Spivak and I love Hill. To me, this is more of a bet on Spivak. Spivak is more of a liability to lose, in my opinion, than Hill. Hill feels more like a lock. But yeah, I have confidence here. I love the odds I got on that. And it was one of those where I had to do it right away because I knew, not right away, but I knew it was going to move eventually. I was like, man, money's going to come in. It's going to move. I got to do it right now. And so I did it, put the 1.03 units on it. Hill and Spivak parlayed together for a 2-leg. After that, we have the Ultimate Fighter finale parlay. We have Zach and Brody Walker. Now, Poga is going to beat Usman any way he wants. I think he's going to win a decision because he's kind of a decision machine. But I think that Usman might gas himself out and lead to a finish there at the end, round 3 maybe, or end of round 2. And then we have Walker, because I just think that Miller's super young, super green, and Walker's fought better fighters. And I think that Miller's one area where she's supposed to be really, really good at and have the advantage is the gap's not that big. The gap's not that wide, and she's going to struggle to get that fight to that area. She's I think that I really do struggle to see her just getting takedowns. So if this fight plays out on the feet, yeah, she is a longer fighter. She, has a reach and height advantage. But her striking's not very good, dude. She's not really good at anything, just like Usman, bro. This is kind of a fade on both Miller and Usman more than a bet on the other guys. So yeah, give me Brogan Walker and Zach Poga, a 2-leg parlay. That was plus money. Forget the odds right now. Somewhere around here. I posted it on Instagram. You can find it there. Make sure you follow me on Instagram. And then we have 2 props, guys. We talked about Jeff Neal plus 400, half a unit shot on that, man. That one, my whole night is based on that fight. I can't wait for that fight. I'm a shotgun to be right before that fight starts. I'm gonna hit the bull, and I'm rooting for Jeff Neal not to get obviously finished and to not finish. Sit there, look at which one for you, Will. Man, I'm just so interested to see what kind of volume Jeff Neal comes out and puts out. But yeah, give me Jeff Neal at those crazy balloon odds plus 400. Absolutely ridiculous. Had to put a half unit on that. And then we have Pooh Bear. We have Bryan battle to win via decision plus 115, another half unit shot. And I actually tweeted this morning. I was like, oh, fuck, dude. I think I have buyer's or bettor's remorse because I think he might sub Sato here. The weight cut, guys, it looked bad. But dude, guys, weight cuts, everyone has bad weight cuts. Not bad weight cuts, but they look like shit sometimes. Unless they're out there shaking when they do the thing and they're shaking really bad. I'm not that worried, guys. Habib looked like he's about to die before on the cage. The scale is champions have looked bad. Izzy's looked bad. Connor's looked bad. There's people look bad, guys. I think he's gonna be the bigger fighter, have a grappling advantage, and I'm just worried that all that time on the mat is gonna lead to a finish. So yeah, the last bet will be Bryan battle via decision plus 115. That'll do it, guys, for our live stream. If you have any more questions, hit me up in the chat. I'll be here for a couple more minutes, but if no more questions comes in, then let's go. If you watch this on the replay, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment. What do you think about my bets, bro? Am I a fucking idiot or what? Well, you ever seen was it Dumb and Dumber? It's big gulps, huh? Well, see you later.